Good morning, respected Principal Ma'am, Honorable Guest Speaker, teachers, and my dear students. I, Ms. Bhagyashree Oak, welcome you all to this special assembly to celebrate the International Yoga Day. To start the day's proceedings, let us begin with our school prayer to take God's blessings.
ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विना वधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रामृता या वीणा वरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा
Okay, so with the God's blessings, we can start today's special assembly. The theme for this year's Yoga Day is Yoga for Wellness. To begin today's program, I request our Principal Ma'am, Dr. Mrs. Arnavas Bhagat, to share her thoughts with all of us.
A very good morning to our respected guest speaker, Mrs. Kavita Mathur, teachers, and my dear students. Today indeed is a very special day, and I feel honored and privileged to have in our midst a very eminent and renowned yoga trainer who conducts offline and online sessions and has been conducting this not only now during this pandemic but from several years, that is from the last many years. Ma'am, we welcome you to our special assembly signifying the 7th International Yoga Day. I would like to commence with a quote of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. I quote, "Yoga is an invaluable gift of India's ancient tradition. It is not about exercise, but to discover the sense of oneness with yourself, the world, and nature around you." Unquote. So, in short, yoga is a balance between the mind, the body, and the soul. When I use the word soul, it is like a wide arena. Once the soul is enlightened, there's nothing to look back. Yoga originated in India almost 5,000 years ago, and it is one of the most ancient physical disciplines. You can say it is a very disciplined kind of exercise. It is not something that you can just do it as and when at leisure, when you feel like doing it. So it's like a routine that you need to build up slowly and gradually, day after day. And then you start seeing the effects of its positivity and its growth to one's own life. As we all know, man is a social animal. Man cannot live in isolation. But unfortunately, because of the pandemic, things have drastically changed. Man, which was interacting all the time at work, at home, in society, is now confined in the house. This has taken a toll, especially on senior citizens and people who do not have joint families. What happens is that there is loneliness, leading to stress, anxiety, fear, and mental disorders. The theme for today's International Yoga Day is Yoga for Wellness. The word wellness itself emphasizes good health physically, mentally, and emotionally. Yoga is seeking inwards. What a beautiful way to describe it. We are always looking out, everything is outwards. Very rarely do we seek within ourselves. Very rarely do we understand what is my importance, what is the purpose of my existence in this lifetime. It is yoga that brings forth this point very clearly to each individual. It helps each individual to understand and to adapt to the changing environment. At this point of time, this is very essential because we are adapting to the new normal. We are adapting to things that we have never seen before. For example, our children, so used to the school assembly, so much used to running in the corridors, the classrooms, the playground. Now, because of no physical attendance in school, we are having virtual online classes, but they are adapting. This change is very essential for human beings, or else it will lead to stagnation and deterioration of mental health. During this unprecedented times, because of mental disorders, anxiety, and fear, it is so much important to endorse it and put it on every school timetable, not only on the timetable, but to also take it as a part and routine of one's own life, starting the day with yoga itself. Do you know why our Honorable PM, Shri Narendra Modi, proposed 21st June as the International Yoga Day? I'm sure if I'd asked this question in the school assembly, all the hands would have gone up. Miss, miss, miss. But today it's a live stream. But I'm sure they must be answering from their homes. 21st June marks the summer solstice. It's the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. This day is a very significant day for many countries all over the world. So, for this reason, our PM proposed this day as the International Yoga Day. 21st June is also another significant day as it is observed as World Hydrography Day. I'll explain what it is. Hydrography is the science that measures and describes the physical features of the navigable portions of the Earth's surface and the coastal areas. So this is again a very important day. That's not it. There is another important significance to it, 21st June. 21st June is also celebrated as World Music Day. I remember we had a special Music Day assembly, an entire assembly with the theme of World Music Day. And I still recall and remember how beautifully the children had conducted it with the musical instruments and with classical songs and music along with it. This year, keeping in mind COVID-19 pandemic, let's endorse the slogan Yoga at Home, Yoga with Family. This is the only way that we can overcome different kind of ailments, mental problems like stress, disturbance, insomnia, anxiety, and also at the same time we are keeping up the safety constraints of safe distancing. Stay well, stay healthy, and stay happy. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Indeed, yoga is an invaluable gift of India's ancient tradition. The word yoga derived from Sanskrit and means to join or to unite, symbolizing the union of body and mind. By changing our lifestyle and creating consciousness, it can help in well being. So, presenting before you, students of grade 1 to 5 performing the Surya Namaskar or sun salutations and different basic asanas for all of you.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio
Thank you, dear students. The flexibility and agility is beyond our reach, isn't it? It is said that yoga is a light which once lit will never dim. The better you practice, the brighter your flame. So, I'm requesting our secondary supervisor, Mrs. Usha Nair, to introduce the guest speaker for this day. Over to you, Usha ma'am.
Thank you, Bhageshri. Good morning, Principal Ma'am, our distinguished guests, teachers, and my dear students. My greetings to all of you on the occasion of the 7th International Yoga Day. We have the honor to have in our midst Mrs. Kavita Mathur, a certified yoga teacher from the Yoga Institute in Mumbai, and a certified kids yoga teacher from Yoga Kids International, Michigan. Her commitment to not only learn but share her experience and the passion for yoga began 15 years back when she was introduced to the first two limbs of the eightfold of yoga, the yamas and the niyamas. Apart from the diploma in yoga, she is qualified in personal counseling from the Institute of Human Technology, India. She is also trained in yin yoga, a slow-paced style of yoga which incorporates principles of traditional Chinese medicine with yoga asanas. She conducts online and offline workshops in yoga and runs her own consultancy to guide people in maintaining good health through yoga and Ayurveda. We are privileged today that Mrs. Mathur will be speaking to us on the benefits of yoga and how it will benefit us during the present times. Ma'am, we welcome you to this online session and request you to address our students. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Usha. Thank you so much, Mrs. Arnavaz. And thank you to the entire Parle Tilak Vidya community for bringing me to this platform on this very significant day, as your principal said, which is the International Yoga Day. And I will start with just saying that I understand that today's generation is a very practical generation. You all are a very logical generation. You think logically. You want proof of whatever you want to follow. So keeping that line of thought, let me tell you, yoga is a science. It's a science like quantum physics. Yoga also believes everything is made out of matter and it all boils down to energy. So we're all essentially made of energy. That's a really wide topic. I'm sure your teachers could get into that more in detail later, but let's speak about energy. Just from the practical point of view, energy has vibrations, right? Now, when you feel high energy, there are times you feel high energy and there are times you feel low energy. That means there are times your vibrations are high and there are times your vibrations are low. What happens when your vibrations are high? When your vibrations are high, you feel energetic, you feel positive, you feel like you can do things. You have the capacity to feel that love inside and share that love and compassion with everyone around you. If someone comes and says something to you, you don't get triggered easily. You will be able to process it and respond to it as opposed to react to it. That's the difference of being, that's the feeling of when you're on high energy as opposed to when you're low energy. What happens? You feel sleepy, you feel tired. When you're high energy, you feel enthusiastic, you feel creative, you find good focus, good concentration. When you're low energy, lack of focus, lack of concentration, no enthusiasm, no creativity. Someone says something to you, you'll get triggered. Negative thoughts. Mind is a monkey with its tail on fire. It's been bitten by a scorpion. That's how crazy our mind is. 50,000 thoughts cross in a day in our head. And believe you me, we are only aware of 500 and most thoughts are negative. And that's not because of who you and me are. That's how our mind was made. There's a drama happening on this, on our earth. So that drama will happen when there's a lot of negativity here. But yoga is that tool that helps us control our mind, and as opposed to it moving in the negative, we can gently steer it back towards the positive. So yoga gives us that tool. Now, currently, as we all know, we're in a situation This pandemic is a situation. Now, situations will happen in our life. These situations bring in stress in our lives. Now, the choice is ours. We cannot change the situation. It's not in our hands, but we have a choice in our hand. Whether we want to become part of this, let's call the situation a problem. Do you want to become part of this problem, or you want to become part of the solution? Now, if you want to be part of the problem, if there are 10 miserable people, you can also become miserable with them and cry and just sit and do nothing about it. That's a choice. The second choice is become part of the solution. And how do you do that? By lightening yourself up, by bringing up this energy, bringing up. So the situation around us, the news, what people are saying, what's happening around us, what's happening within our families, things will pull you down. But yoga gives us techniques to bring this energy up, to bring it back to a higher vibration. Then you feel that lightness in you, and this lightness you can share with everyone around you. And what does this lightness give you? One of the best things it gives you is higher immunity. We all know that 80% of our diseases are psychosomatic. They start from here. That mind will also bring down your immunity. So when you keep yourself at a higher vibration, physically also you're healthier. Now, how do we do this? It's not so easy to tell this monkey mind, okay, just stop running in all the wrong directions, stop thinking negative. That's not the way to do it. There are tools for this. One of the best ways to do it is through our breath. Breath was a tool. While this negative mind was given to us, we were also given a tool to master this mind. And this tool is our best friend. It's always beside us. It's always there to help us. So we have to make the most of this breath. So one of the ways we can do, so we'll do couple of breath practices right in the end, quick ones, but let me just go through a bit with you. So one of the things is our breath. The other very important thing is what Modi ji spoke in his little address to the United Nations. He said, humanity needs to align itself with nature. And one of the reasons why we are facing what we are facing today is our misalignment with nature. We've lost that alignment. So how do you get aligned sitting at home? Simple things. The alignment is created with the sun. So even if you cannot step out, you have a terrace, you have a balcony, you have a window, grab the sun. Sun has an amazing healing effect. Go sit next to the sun, relax, read, work, study, play, do what you want to. But get at least 20 minutes of sun in the day. It has an amazing effect on your mind and body. Second most important thing, wake up early. I'm not saying wake up at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6, but 6:30, you should be up. There is a body clock that runs in sync with the sun. So in the morning, the body is up and asking you to wake up. Similarly, by 10:30, the body goes in a rest mode. It goes into the process of detoxing and rebuilding. If you're not sleeping by 10:30, your body cannot detox, your body cannot rebuild. So one is you don't grow, and the other is you don't clean up. When you don't clean up, garbage builds up in your body. When garbage builds up, energy doesn't flow. When energy doesn't flow, you feel low energy, low vibration. So that's the other thing. Food. 70% of our body is bacteria, good bacteria and bad bacteria. Now, the good bacteria love fiber. So fruits and vegetables have to be a very important part of your diet. The bad bacteria love sugar, white flour, junk food, tin food, processed food. You have to reduce it. See, yoga says do everything in moderation. I'm not saying cut it out. Reduce it, because we don't want the bad bacteria to flourish in the body. The way you think, the way you behave, the way your hunger, your brain, everything in the body is monitored by these bacteria, these organisms in the body. So that is food. Sleep, food, sun, water. Keep yourself hydrated through the day. Movements is really important. I know you can't step out, you can't be in school, you can't run around, you can't do yoga, but you can move. So when you wake up in the morning, the cells are sleeping. You need to wake them up. So jump, skip, jumping jacks, skipping rope, do whatever it takes. Twist, stretch up, go back, come forward, whatever it takes. Jump around the place and create that movement. Now, in the body, we have circulatory system, which is run by the heart. We have lymphatic system, which is where our immunity sits. And this lymphatic system doesn't have an engine. The only way to get the lymphatic system moving is to move, 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 move. So every half hour, even if you're on the laptop, just stand next to your table. If you're working, just stretch, move things in your body. Just move around a bit, jump a bit, twist, do whatever it takes to get things moving in your body. So that's also really important. And let's come back to our breathing exercises. So a couple of things. When you're feeling low energy, you can do this simple exercise. Place your palms beside your shoulders in a loose fist, and your teachers could make you practice these online. These are really simple. So these are forceful breaths. So inhaling, you take your palms up, and exhaling down. So when you take your palms up, you open them out actually and down. So it's forceful breathing. So you breathe. So you can do 10, 10, and 10, 3 rounds, or even just do 10 of these, and you'll feel extremely energetic. So that's one thing you can do. If you're ever feeling anxious, what can you do? You can do the humming bee breath. So breathe in. If you're feeling anxious and if you feel there's some kind of fear that is coming up within you, then just inhale and exhale out like a humming bee. So breathe in. Remember, you're not a mosquito. So no, you're not a cow either. Is also not acceptable. It has to be high frequency humming, which you feel in your head. That completely relaxes your mind. So it's a beautiful way to relax. The third breath that you can do to build your lungs is blowing out candles. So taking a deep breath in from your nose. So blow out candles around you. Just imagine there are loads of candles around you and blow them out. That will increase the lung capacity of your lungs. And that's what we require in this pandemic. The fourth beautiful breath is, I'm sure you may have even learned this, is the lion's roar. So that is again very energizing. So you inhale through your nose, you throw your tongue out and roar out like a lion and feel the power of the lion within you. That's another beautiful breath. And the last breath is the breathing out breath. So make a little round with your lip and inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth, through this little space in your mouth. The longer you take to exhale, the more you relax. So scientifically, it's been proved that exhalation relaxes it activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system. So it makes you go into a relaxed mode as opposed to a stressful mode. So these are a few ways you can activate, energize, relax, move, get the sun, food, water, do all of this and stay in high energy. Become part of the solution, because solution means growth. And we all want to grow. Don't be part of the problem, because problem means stagnation. And that's not what we want. Y'all just did such amazing yoga. I saw it was just delightful to see. That's the beauty of this age. Make the most of that flexibility in your body and mind and cultivate good habits. Another beautiful thing you can cultivate is in your attitude. So remember, yoga begins off the mat. When you step off your mat, it's a lifestyle. It's something you live 24/7. So one of the things that you can do is, whenever you feel that your mind is going on a complain mode, it's complaining about this, something, switch. Create that switch and go into a mode of gratitude. Start being thankful for the small things that are happening around you. A good meal that your mom cooked and brought onto your table. The fact that everyone at home is feeling well, or the fact that you still have an opportunity to be exposed to some great teachers. Just little things in the day. The fact that you woke up feeling good, everything is working, your eyes, just little things. Start being grateful towards that. And secondly, fill up your day with affirmations, or if not, begin and end your day with affirmations. Say to yourself, I am healthy. I have a strong immune system. I am happy and I'm peaceful, and start believing in that. That really, really works. Believe you me, it's tried and tested. Put it out create vision charts, whatever you want in life and future, put it out on the chart in the form of writings. This is what I want to be. This is how I see myself in the future. Make those vision charts, put them out in your room, look at them every day. It all happens, but it'll happen when you stay in high vibration, because that is when the universe is able to pick up your vibrations and support you through life. So remember, kids, we cannot change situations in our lives, but we certainly, with the help of yoga, can change our attitude towards it. Have a great day, a great life ahead, and it has been absolutely delightful to be with all of you and your lovely teachers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing the valuable thoughts and those breathing techniques with all of us. You surely have inspired us, the teachers and the students, to follow the yogic path for a happy and healthy life. So we, the family of Parle Tiyak Vidyalaya ICSE, would like to express our deep gratitude and respect with this card specially made for the day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was a lovely card. I'd love to take a photograph of that just for my own memory.
We will be sending you through an email, ma'am. Then you
Okay.
can remove a color printout and keep it
Yes.
as a memory of PTV ICSC, the special assembly where you were addressing our students, and we took so much back again from this assembly. Thank you so much for addressing
Thank
the
you.
children.
Thank you so much.
सुबह हो या शाम रोज कीजिए योग, निकट ना आएगा कभी आपके रोग. Now I request Miss Prisha Kulkarni, our student of grade 10th, to highlight the importance of yoga in our daily life. Over to you, Prisha.
Good morning to respected Principal Ma'am, the honored guest speaker for today, teachers, and all my dear friends. First of all, a very happy International Yoga Day to one and all. International Yoga Day is celebrated on June 21st every year to mark the importance of yoga and how beneficial it is for good health. Yoga is a physical, spiritual, and mental practice that has originated in India but has been practiced by people across the world for good physical and mental health. Our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi had once said, and I quote, "Yoga is an invaluable gift to India's ancient tradition. It embodies unity of mind and body, thought and action, restraint and fulfillment, harmony between man and nature, and a holistic approach to health and well-being. It is not only about exercise, but to discover the sense of oneness with yourself, the world, and the nature. By changing our lifestyle and creating consciousness, it can also help in well-being." Unquote. Most people today associate yoga closely with exercise and postures known as asanas, designed to strengthen and stretch the body. There is more to yoga, however, than the physical. Yoga also encompasses devotion, contemplation, and meditation. The modern life tempts us with comfort, and to make our lives more comfortable and convenient, we pay for it with obesity, hypertension, and cardiac problems. Although we have high-tech medical facilities, we are still leading a stressful, unhealthy, and unstable life. In this situation, yoga can bring peace to our body, mind, and soul, and add more value to our lives. The importance of yoga in modern life is abundant. Last year, researchers at the Loma Linda University of Medicine in California did a meta-analysis of effective pulmonary or lung rehabilitation treatments and determined that breathing exercises strengthen the diaphragm. Nearly 10% of people diagnosed with COVID-19 experience prolonged symptoms, including trouble breathing, headaches, nausea, fatigue, etc. Extensive work, both at this university and elsewhere, has shown that systematic special asana practices, dedicated pranayam, meditation, and mantra could provide a broad spectrum immune up in the body so that the viral infection could be averted or its damage reduced. So, my dear friends, let us all enrich our minds, bodies, and souls by practicing the divine art of yoga on the 7th International Yoga Day. Thank you and have a great day ahead.
Thank you, Prisha. That was wonderful. So let us see what our secondary section students are performing for all of us. They are going to perform advanced asanas and postures which require supreme strength, mind and body coordination, and concentration.
संग संग चलो बढ़ते रहो योग सभी करते रहो संग संग चलो बढ़ते रहो योग सभी करते रहो योगा ही जीवन का एक आधार है योगा ही जीवन का एक आधार है संग संग चलो बढ़ते रहो योग सभी करते रहो संग संग चलो बढ़ते रहो योग सभी करते रहो योगा ही जीवन का एक आधार है योगा ही जीवन का एक आधार है योगा से जागा सारा संसार है योगा से जागा सारा संसार है हो स्वच्छ मन रहे स्वस्थ तन हर सांस में हो नई उमंग ऐसा हो बस जीने का ढंग झूले जो हम उड़कर गगन योगा से जागा संसार है उड़कर गगन योगा से जागा संसार है उड़कर गगन आस्था है संस्कृति जिससे जुड़ी है प्रकृति विश्वास ये एक योग है अब दूर हर एक रोग है से हम लड़ते रहे हर रोज योग करते रहे ये ऊर्जा है एक जीत की इसमें शांति संकल्प की शांति है ये एक साधना है प्रेम की आराधना निर्मल हो अंतरात्मा मिल जाएगा परमात्मा यही जीवन का एक सार है निर्मल हो अंतरात्मा मिल जाएगा परमात्मा यही जीवन का एक सार है योगा से ज्यादा संसार है संग चलो बढ़ते रहो योग सभी करते रहो संग संग चलो बढ़ते रहो योग सभी करते रहो योगा ही जीवन का एक आधार है योगा ही जीवन का एक आधार है उठता है शीश अभिमान से कर योग जब जी जान से हिम्मत से अब हम है चले धरती हिले कदमों तले रोकेंगे क्या ये आंधियां करके योग आगे बढ़े तारों से आगे हम जाना है दुनिया को योग ये सिखाना है भारत बनेगा वो विश्व गुरु इस लक्ष्य को हमें पाना है योगा ही ऐसा कर्म है जिसका न कोई धर्म है इससे जीवन का अंधकार है
9
योगा से
Stop.
ज्यादा संसार है संग संग चलो बढ़ते रहो योग सभी करते रहो संग संग चलो बढ़ते रहो योग सभी करते रहो योगा ही जीवन का एक आधार है योगा ही जीवन का एक
संग संग चलो बढ़ते रहो, योगा ही जीवन का आधार है. Very true. I hope we take a pledge this day to at least do 15 to 20 minutes of deep breathing exercises or basic asanas every day. Now I hand over the mic to Mrs. Shobhana Saman to propose the vote of thanks. Over to you, Shobhana.
Good morning to one and all. On behalf of the management, principal, and staff, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our guest speaker for the day, Mrs. Kavita Mathur, for gracing this occasion and sharing her motivational thoughts. I thank our principal, Dr. Mrs. Arnavaz Bhagat, for being a catalyst and always stimulating us to do our best and standing as pillars of strength. With deep sense of appreciation, I thank our section supervisors, Mrs. Usha Nair and Mrs. Rohini Natikar, for meticulous planning of this event. Our physical education teachers, Mr. Prasad and Mr. Sachin, for guiding our students for different asanas. Our anchor for the day, Mrs. Bhageshri Oak, Mrs. Tripti Nair, for training the participating student for the speech, and obviously our budding students who have made this event successful with their impressive performances. I extend my thanks to our technical team, Miss Arunima Dave and Mrs. Natasha Savio, for their enormous cooperation throughout this event. Thank you, ma'am. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
If all of you have a moment, can we just end this session with a very cute and beautiful exercise that will lighten all of us up? It's
Sure.
30 seconds. So so laughing is a very important element. Laughing, when you laugh, our body reduces the stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline. And on the other hand, it pumps in all the happy hormones, the dopamine, all the happy hormones are pumped into the body. So how do we laugh? How do we make ourselves feel light? You know, when the mind and brain is full of a lot of negativity, what should we do? All of us, let's do it together, everyone here. So just go to your brain. Okay, and let's not be conscious of ourselves. Let's just do it. Okay, so zip open your brain. Let's do that. Let's make the sound. Open the brain. Now, open the brain up. Now take the brain out. Put the brain in our palms. Now take a brush, put some soap in it, and let's start cleaning our brain. And enjoy it. And let's get everyone around us to do these exercises. Let's not take life too seriously. Let's lighten up and lighten ourselves and lighten the world around us. We need the lightness of energy. There's been too much heaviness for the last more than a year. Let's lighten up. So let's clean up our brains regularly together as a family and make it a family exercise. Thank you so much. Sorry about this, but I just thought it'd be a great way to end the session.
Thank you, ma'am. It was wonderful having you in our midst. And we really felt so different today. It was like we left back the stress, the anxiety, the environment around us, which makes us feel stressful. And we will carry these pointers back again when we start, the day and the coming days ahead. Because all said and done, this monkey mind does not allow us to live in peace. It keeps on triggering, that this is what is to be done, the portion to be completed, the test coming up, so many children not well, school not opening, parents not paying fees, so many areas keep coming. But the pointers today will take us a long way and help us to be positive, throwing out the negativity from our life. Thank you so much. It was wonderful having you in our midst. Thank you.